So hello, I'm Jason
Hi.
here at RoofSnap.
And I'm Katrina.
Thanks for joining us. The live stream should be going now, and hopefully you can see here that we have, we're down here in the corner,
Hi.
and we have RoofSnap on an iPad up for today's demo. We're going to draw a quick roof and then run through an estimate, all in 5 minutes or less.
It's going to be great.
Or close to that. So I've picked out an address already in a neighborhood nearby, Upper Arlington, Ohio. And I'm going to jump right into the RoofSnap, pull up the house, and I'm going to zoom in. Right now we're looking at the Google view, and of course if you are interested in better imagery, tap up here to see if you've got multiple captures from NearMap. They have these wonderful photo maps. And for this address, you can see that I've got 6 different capture dates from NearMap. So I'm going to tap on OK, accept the $5 price that NearMap is going to charge me, and then tap the purchase button in the bottom right-hand corner. It's giving me one more reminder to make sure that I'm zoomed in all the way, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase that image. And you'll see that the most recent image has loaded up here in the upper left, March 5th, 2017. And I'm looking for leaf-off images, so springtime, March 23rd, March 22nd. One of these three are going to be my best bet. Let's check out March 23rd. That's pretty straight, not directly overhead, as I can see a little bit of siding on the side of the house. So let's check out March 22nd. Kind of the same deal there. And let's jump back to March 5th. Definitely not the best one. I think March 23rd is my ideal pick out of the three. And then I'm going to spend a couple seconds just to make sure that the house is very level in the screen, because I'm going to use 90 mode. And 90 mode needs the house to be nice and square. Once I've got the house square, I just zoom in all the way, maybe double check my ridge, make sure that's good too. And then tap on Snap and start drawing here in the upper right hand corner. This loads the image into our drawing screen. The image is to scale at this point. Once it loads in here, you'll see that I can immediately zoom way in on the house to help draw the lines a little more accurately.
Great.
So this one should be fairly easy. I'm going to start with the second story and then draw the first story after the second story. It's easier to get your overhangs that way. So I'm going to tap on the draw button and turn 90 mode on by tapping on this little square up here. Now it's yellow and we know that 90 mode is on, and even though these rakes are at a slight angle, I'm going to go ahead and draw them as if they were perfectly straight down to the ridge. Come across the ridge and again draw it perfectly straight down, and 90 mode is helping me draw these lines straight but also picking up my corresponding coordinate over here. So it just kind of snaps and pops right to the line that is even, so that when I draw across this line as well, everything is at a 90 degree on all four corners, and we can see that I have my first facet shaded in its entirety.
Perfect.
Now I'm going to put my cursor on this point, one that I kind of left off here. You see it turns to a big red circle. All I did was tap on the screen to start the next line. So the helpful hint here is to start a line, you have to tap the screen while your cursor is down. And then to stop the line or to finish the line, you have to tap the screen again. So there I tap to start that line, and we see the big red circle. That lets me know I'm connected to that point. And I tap on the screen again, and now I have locked it into that point. Now we have two facets, all nice and drawn up here. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and start on this first story section. I'm going to start out a little bit a ways because I'm looking at the cursor tails. The right one, the one that goes, let's see, vertically, is going through the gutter, and the one that's vertically is going across the ridge down here, and the one that is going horizontally was traveling more or less through that gutter. And I'm going to go over about a foot. So if I stop here, I can see it's 23.3 feet. Keep going, 24.3 feet. That's about a foot overhang. I'll bring that line straight down to the center of my ridge, come over, tap on the screen at the start and stop of every line, and there the big red circle lets me know I'm connected, so I can close it in. Now I'm going to move down and do this last section here. So let's come down the rake. So how I did that is I put my cursor on it, it goes to a large red circle, and I instantly tap the screen with another finger. And then I come down. And as soon as I get to the bottom where the eve is, I'm going to tap on the screen and then change direction. And from what I can tell, it looks like it comes all the way to right about there. How's that look, Katrina?
Looks pretty good.
And then I tap on the screen, and I don't want to connect or stop at this point here. I want to go, again, a foot past. So I'm 6.1 feet. Let's go up to 7.1 feet. Tap on the screen, come over, and here it's going to find that corresponding point right up here, letting me know that I'm nice and even. Tap on the screen again, bring the line up, and you'll see it turn to a large red circle. Tap on the screen. Now when I go to facets, I've got my overhangs shaded in double blue shading, and then my single facets are light blue, or a lighter blue, I guess. Now we go to edge mode, eaves. Let's tap on eaves and double tap on eaves a second time to grab that ice and water shield on that eave edge. And tap on all those lines. You see how they change color when I've got the appropriate line labels. For estimating purposes, you do need to add these subline labels. Rake edge and eave edge are a designation for drip edge metal or gutter apron. And then, of course, your ice and water shield, but we won't put that on the rakes. And I know I'm flying today. I'm like Speedy Gonzalez, but nobody likes to watch a 12-minute video.
Very
so
true.
We try to keep these short and to the point. Now in ridge, when I double tap into ridge, I can grab my ridge vent and put ridge vent on both ridges, or I could just put ridge vent on one ridge and then not label ridge vent on the other one if I needed to. Step flashing, we can get the step and the ice and water shield there and tap on those. Remember, step flashing is a roof-to-wall flashing that travels up a slope or down a slope, and standard wall with the sub-label apron flashing, that's a horizontal or level with the ground roof-to-wall flashing. So make sure to put the correct wall flashings in the right place, because one's going to calculate based on pitch and the other one's going to calculate based on no pitch.
Okay. Makes sense.
Then when we jump over to facets, which is the third button down here, we see that we can go ahead and put in pitch on this house. But let's take a look at some supplementary imagery.
Just going to let
like,
you
what's
suffer
that
till you
word?
find it.
So we've got some NESW directional images up here. There's the east one. I believe it's this house down here. And the west one, there's the house from the front. We can kind of get a sense of what the house is doing, but more importantly, the Apple 3D imagery is down here in the bottom right-hand corner, and this is spectacular imagery for finding pitch. I can zoom right in on the gable end of a house, and let's rotate it and check it out from the other side. And then I can also change my angle of view from directly overhead to more of a bird's eye angled view. And if I put that ridge right on my horizontal, no, make that vertical, my vertical line, and then magnify, zoom in up here in the upper left-hand corner. And then once I've hit that, I can even zoom in more by pinching and zooming with my fingers. Now, see that little protractor icon in the upper left-hand corner there? Tap on that. And this opens up a virtual pitch card that adjusts based on the angle of view in this 3D environment. We can see that we're dealing with the 412, not only on the second story, but if we line it up with the step wall, we're also 412 on the first story.
Nice.
So that's all we need to do on this one to get pitch. If we had dormers, we could use it on that. If we had hips, we could use it on that. Check out some of our frequently asked questions videos regarding how to get pitch on dormers, how to get pitch on hipped roofs, things of that nature. But now we know that it's 412. We go back into facets, jump into pitch, grab the 412, and since every facet's a 412, we can tap on apply to all, and boom, there it goes.
Nice.
412 on all. If we were doing this for insurance work and we needed to label a second story, we could add that label to these two. And then if there was a two-layer tear-off on this roof, we could add that label as well to any sections that we found to have two-layer.
Great.
Any low slope, well, that doesn't apply to this roof because all of it's shingles. Low slope means no shingles. So like a rubber wash, a dead valley, Florida room, something that has membrane on it or some other non-shingle product.
Okay.
Now, for our purposes, we're almost done. We just want to jump over and add a few pins. Now, you'll see I'm in an office right now that has one photo pin. That's not helpful.
It's not.
So let me save it. I'm going to hit done. Come back out. I'm not going to use the waste percentage just quite yet, and I'm going to go into details, edit, and change my office to my demo office. Here I've got some items that I can pin to the roof. Each office can be set up with different accessories, different pricing, maybe for insurance, maybe for estimating retail in a retail environment.
Okay.
But now that I've put it into the appropriate demo office and I go back to my pins, you'll see that I have lots of inspection pins. and lots of item pins. So those plumbing boots, that's what I really wanted. A 1 to 3 inch right there. And then it looks like I've got 2 chimneys, and they're about a medium size. So let's go to, well, large, I guess, if extra large is the largest. So let's go large chimney flashing kit and put 1 there and 1 there. And I don't see any other accessories, so that should do it. Let's go ahead and hit done. Now, the suggested shingle cutting waste of 6.21% is based on this roof with the 412 pitch having an architectural tear off and install. So if that's your scenario, you can say yes and rely on very good installation numbers. Of course, if it is for insurance, go to measurements. If you can get 10%, you can go ahead and change this to 10% or 15% or whatever waste percentage you'd like to use.
Great.
So I'll leave it at 10. And then to build an estimate, well, we just jump right into specifications. Our 2-story roof charges are already added. The chimney flashing kits are already added. The plumbing boot is already added because we put all those pins on the roof. Then we just jump in and select our shingle. And let's go with the Owens Corning True Definition Duration and grab a color. So when you tap on the shingle, it instantly asks you to pick a color. Then you just hit the done button. And it throws your shingle with the quantity directly from your roof measurement right into your specifications page here, your estimate page here.
Great.
And then when we go to add material, we just need to build our roof. So let's remove and dispose architectural. Let's not worry about roof decking right now. Second layer, well, we labeled a couple areas with second layer, and let's say there's some 3-tab shingles underneath of that, so let's get the 3-tab tear off. Ice and water shield, let's go with the generic brand. Underlayment, let's keep it all Owens Corning, so let's go with Owens Corning Deck Defense. Let's put that down with plastic caps. Let's use the Owens Corning starter strip with a closed valley and T-style eave edge and T-style rake edge. Let's also put down 5 to 7 inch step copper. Oh, not copper, aluminum. That's what we want. So there we go. We unhighlighted the one that we didn't need. And some new apron metal right there. The chimney flashing, well, that's already highlighted. Let's go with 6 nails per shingle on the coil and ridge cap. Pro edge, that should be good. And Owens Corning vent shore. Now all the other accessories, except for maybe a tube of NP1 and a can of spray paint, maybe a dumpster, any other item that you need, you just tap on it and it adds it to the estimate. Even if you were going to do gutters, gutter guards, gutter accessories. We have customers, yeah, all the gutters. You could do this for siding. You can do this for snowplow removal. You can do this for landscaping. RoofSnap is not just for roofs. If there's a specific item you're looking for, you can use the filters here or search for it by name and then just tap on the done button.
Actually, I noticed, Jason, you did tap on install closed valley. So let's go ahead and delete that because we didn't actually have a valley on this project.
Yeah, no valley on this roof.
But that's okay. We can just slide it right off and delete it.
All right, you have to tell me where it is.
Right where your finger is, actually.
Oh, here we go. I'm on top of it. So since we need to delete this line, we can just slide it over. This is the Apple way of deleting things, the iOS way, and tap on the delete button. And now that item is gone. It didn't have a price anyway. Now at this point, if we needed to add a custom line item for the sake of a discount or markup or just a regular price item that can be both positive or negative, let's just do a discount as a percentage. Let's do that one. We typically don't do the discount as a percentage, but let's just do,
Oh, your keyboard.
Select all. There we go. Discount of 10% and description discount. There we go. All right, now that we have the discount in here, we can see it reflected over here on the left, and our estimate is done. Now let's jump back and go down to documents. Now I know I've been more than 5 minutes. I'm going as fast as I can, but this is where it all comes together here, people.
Yes.
So we have the estimate. Let's generate one of those. All right, so here's our estimate. It has all of our line items. We are currently showing quantities and line item pricing, but don't worry, that can be turned off if you don't want to show that information to your customer. Total discount and total price at the end. all in our roofing trade category. If we had gutters, it would separate that out as a different subtotal as well.
Perfect.
Let's jump out of this document and go down to our contract. I'm not going to sign one right now, but I'm going to generate one so that you can see not only does it have all the items, but it also has the shingle and the color right on the contract.
Nice. That looks beautiful.
Yep, with all of the descriptions, and then you can upload all of your specific contract language right into the document. Of course, we have just some fake language in here for the sake of demo.
Sure.
And then let's do the sketch report. This is very similar to a measurement report you may have purchased from one of those third-party roof measuring service providers. But instead, these are your measurements, your accuracy, your do-it-yourself measurements here from RoofSnap, with the primary image from Nearmap that we used, the northeast, southwest images from Bing, pitch breakdown with labels, measurements for each line item, and all of our category measurements totaled and subtotaled here on this page.
Great.
As well as the location of all of our accessories and their descriptions.
Perfect.
Last but not least, I do want to open up a material order sheet, because for those of you who want to use RoofSnap to go all the way through the process, get the signed contract, and then order material, the material order sheet is already generated with quantities based on your minimum order quantities for each item that it takes to build this roof. Of course, all customizable on roofsnap.com, the website, when you log into your account. So here we have a material order sheet ready to go, and every document has this share button in the upper right hand corner, and this is the end piece here. So with every document, whether it's your estimate or your contract, when you tap on this, you can email it, Gmail it, save it to Google Drive. This is how you get it into the hands of your customer, or perhaps send it over to your production person, or even email your material order sheet directly to your distributor. Just tap on the mail service that you'd like to use, put in the email address, and you'll see the document is attached at the bottom.
Wonderful.
I'm just going to back out. There are more documents here, but there are also many more frequently asked question videos that we have on our website that all range between 5 and 10 minutes long. If you have any specific questions about any of the documents, any of the measuring procedures, any of the contract building, set up on the website, how to customize all your pricing, add users, and on and on and on. And don't forget how to reset your password. We have a video for that as well.
That's true. It's a common one.
Yeah, just search right on YouTube, RoofSnap, how do I reset my password? And that's the first video that will come up. So, sorry, Katrina, I did all the talking today.
That's okay. That's all right.
But
I really appreciate you guys who have joined us live and perhaps seen us afterwards if we post this video. But any questions that you have, please feel free to email us at support@roofsnap.com.
Or call Katrina.
Or call me.
At 877 RoofSnap, 877-766-3762.
Looking forward to talking to you.
Have a great day. We hope to see you all soon.
Bye,
Take
guys.
care.